Having the right Notion template can completely change your game, whether running a SaaS or a project manager of one. In this video, I'll be covering a few pages from a SaaS template, how they work, why they're powerful, and how it makes entire operation easier. As shown, the template is quick, easy, and simple to use. With just a click of a button, you can add new items directly into the databases. Now let me give you a general overview of how this all works. First up, we have the bug tracking database. This allows you to prioritize issues and easily assign them to your team or group for resolution. Now, just below bugs, we have the pipeline development database. I'll explain how that works in just a few minutes. Next, we have the user journey map, which helps visualize customer interactions. The product roadmap keeps you focused on upcoming features, while tasks organize everything into actionable steps. Grouped by urgency and importance using the Eisenhower matrix. Tasks are also grouped by project, so we can clearly see which tasks belong to which project. Yeah, as for the pipelines, this is where we can study our projects with the team before we initiate them. We have different views, such as the type of the pipeline and the priority view, helping us focus on what needs attention first. Now, for the finance section, we have bank accounts, where we can track how many accounts we have and see the latest activities. It automatically calculates expenses and income, depending on the data we enter. This makes managing our finances straightforward and saves time on manual calculations. Next, the budget page is where we set a budget for various expenses like rent, business costs, projects, or anything else we need to manage. It's all organized for easy tracking. Now for this page, it shows our income and financial reports. We can see exactly where the money's coming from, with categories for each source of income. Now let's talk about the subscription page. If you're like most of us, managing multiple subscriptions can get messy. The subscription page is here to help organize all of that. With this page, we can easily manage all of the subscriptions in one place. It even reminds us of upcoming payments, so if you have a subscription like ChatGPT, for example, and the payment is due on the 9th, it will show up here as a 7-day reminder. This is incredibly useful if we're juggling several subscriptions. We can simply select the due date for each subscription, and it automatically keeps track of everything. This makes managing recurring costs and ensures we stay on top of our finances without worrying about missing deadlines. For the meetings page, it's simple. No need for a long explanation. The inbox shows what meetings are added for today. Below that, we have week and month views, so you can easily track upcoming meetings. You just add the meeting, fill in the details, set the reminder, and you're good to go. Now let's dive into project management. Having the right system in place for tracking your projects can completely transform the way you work. In this template, we have a simple yet effective way to organize projects, whether you're working solo or with a team. This page has multiple views of the project database, like board view, timeline view, and deadline view. For example, when we add a new project, we fill in the start date and end date. You'll see a progress bar that reflects how many tasks have been completed out of the total tasks. It also shows how many tasks are left to be completed, so you always know what's pending. The status of the project is also tracked, and if the project is related to any offer or service, you can link that as well. You can leave it empty if it doesn't apply. Next, you choose the project leader and add the team members. There's also space to include any additional notes about the project. You can see all the tasks related to this project, as well as any invoices connected to it. Now, one of the great things about Notion is that we can customize the project depending on the client we're talking to. Whether it's the scope, deliverables, timeline, or pricing, you can tailor everything to fit their needs. So when you send this to the client, they might wonder, did they really create a custom page just for me? And that's the power of personalization in Notion. Back to the project, we can break it down into tasks and set due dates. The tasks will be filtered depending on whether they're in the future or if they're overdue. If we set the date to yesterday, it automatically moves to the overdue view. If we schedule it for next week, it appears under upcoming with a subtitle showing next 7 days. And if we set the due date for tomorrow, that subtitle updates to tomorrow. It's all automatic and makes tracking tasks super clear without us needing to manually sort anything. And finally, we have meetings related to the project. This is a great way to keep track of everything and stay on top of what needs to be done. In short, this system allows us to keep everything organized, from tasks to meetings to invoices, ensuring nothing slips through the cracks. Okay, now for the campaigns page. The way I set this up is pretty straightforward. Anytime we're planning a new campaign, could be an email blast, a paid ad, a product drop, whatever, we just open this page and start filling it in. We've got fields for the platform the campaign is running on, and the type of campaign, so whether it's for brand awareness, driving traffic, or pushing sales, we can label it properly. What's nice is the status tracker. We can mark if the campaign is still in planning, currently live, or already wrapped up. There's also a section for objectives and notes, where we just jot down the main goal, who we're targeting, what kind of content we're putting out, all that good stuff. And then at the bottom, we've added a section for performance tracking. Once the campaign's done, we just come back, plug in the numbers, and we've got a clear picture of what worked and what didn't. Makes the next campaign way easier to plan. So next up, we've got the Invoices page, and honestly, this is one of those things that saves a lot of headache later on. Right here, we can see all the invoices we've created, organized by client, status, and more. For example, let's say we have an invoice called Invoice D. It's connected to Client D and Project D. The issue date is already set, and just below that, we have the status, whether it's sent, paid, pending, or overdue. Now for the plan, cost, and whether it's a recurring payment, that info is actually pulled directly from the client database, so it all stays connected and gives us a clear view of everything related to that invoice. And here's the nice part. We can also send this invoice page to the client directly. Just drop in a payment link, like Stripe or PayPal, and they can fill in their details and view the total amount due. All right, that's pretty much it. Everything you need, from managing projects, tracking finances, organizing meetings, to sending invoices, it's all here in one place. That's what makes Notion really special. This template might feel advanced at first, but hopefully it gave you a clear idea of how everything works. Look, I can't tell you what you should do, but I can definitely help you. Below this video, there is a link to learn more about the template, and I hope you found what you were looking for. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.